Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader, your personal guide to a clearer perspective. I've got a message for Scorpio today. Scorpio, this is your beneficial, abundant message from the universe. I'm channeling it through the cards, asking my guides for help as we go. So let's get into it. Scorpio, really interesting reading and let's just start. Not qualify it. Five of Pentacles is the universe's challenge to you this week, and I'm saying the word challenge. You're being asked to overcome a lot of things this week, and you're headed in the right direction. Everything is working in the right direction for you, but I will not lie to you and say that this week does not come with challenge. But what this Five of Pentacles is talking to us about is an imposed sense of not enough worth, not enough, a loss of purpose, actually. I'm feeling kind of the energy of deflation. Like perhaps you had a sense that I was going this way, this is what I'm about, this is why I'm here, but for some reason you kind of lose it this week and you don't feel as strong, and it's that moment of doubt, like, am I really on the right path? Am I really doing the right thing? I'm just really not sure. And there's a bit of a loss of confidence, either in yourself or in the purpose or in the reason for going on. Now, on the other hand, you're responding with the Seven of Pentacles, and they've got their backs to each other. So with this particular setup here, I'm feeling like the message is there's going to be the desire to move away from that feeling as quickly as possible, that you're literally wanting to cut yourself off of that feeling. Yet you're feeling like you're doing the right thing, like it's occurring at the right time. But I'm actually thinking that there's a little bit of something, there's something of value. This is strange. There's something of value in this card that we're missing. That you're wanting to cut yourself off from it a little too soon. We haven't quite gotten all of the information out of it yet, and that is that this doubt that you are walking into right now is because the mission, the purpose has shifted into something much bigger than it was before. So wow, I'm struggling to describe this to you because it's so vivid in my head. It seemed like the purpose was one thing, and maybe the time for that purpose has already happened, but now that purpose has expanded and it means something bigger. It means something much more. And the reason why you're questioning it now is because you're still looking at the lens of the old. You're not looking at the lens of the bigger perspective and really seeing that, wait a second, my purpose has a much, much bigger reality than I thought. It's got a much, much bigger place in the world than what I thought. It's just bigger. The scope is bigger. I hope I'm explaining this well enough for you, because it's really amazing, the shift that I'm seeing in my head. The doubt is coming because actually the old purpose was too small. It wasn't the whole you. It wasn't all of you. And so now, because the purpose has become much bigger, all you're looking at is the loss of the small, and you're not seeing the bigger thing yet. So let's keep going with this card, because we've got some really awesome encouragement and positive confirmation. We've got the Moon, we've got the Six of Swords, and then we end in the Lovers. This is amazing. This Moon card is all about deception, things not appearing the way they are. There's a really odd, ambivalent feeling with this card. You don't really know if it's dawn or dusk. You don't know what side of the nighttime we're on. A dog and a wolf look the same under this light. But this is telling us that there's just a moment of shadow, a moment of uncertainty before the clarity comes out. And there's a little tiny crab. I don't know if you can see him. There's a little crab down there. And this is saying it's very important to be, in a sense, a shapeshifter, to be able to navigate the land and the sea, the ocean and the groundedness, the emotions and the stability. It's really important to be able to maneuver through both of those without getting stuck in either. The crab is such an interesting creature. It's a sea creature. Obviously, it needs the sea, but it spends a lot of time on the land. And there are also tons of different kinds of crabs. I went crazy one afternoon researching all the different kinds of ocean crabs that there are because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I did that. But what my point is that there's a variety and a diversity and a versatility. So this is not about getting stuck in either your emotions or getting too used to the way things look and the way things are, what you believed your purpose was, not getting too stuck in those. It's about being able to move skillfully between those two regions, between those two areas and facets of your life. And when that happens, when you're no longer swept away by the emotion, because you look at this crab, he's coming out of the water. He's got, I don't want to say he has power over the ocean, but the ocean is not in control of where he's going. Do you see what I'm saying? His emotions are not in control of where he's going, how he's showing up. When your emotions don't have that hold on you, we have this lovely card next. The Six of Swords. And I apologize holding them backwards because the camera. So we move on to the Six of Swords, the healing, the looking forward with expectation to that new powerful future in front of you. So, and what's really interesting is you see this sky now mirrored in the color of the water that they're traveling on. So when that emotional life has calmed down a little bit, you navigate through the heaven becomes now the sea that the medium that you're traveling through. So that versatility of the crab, you see the sky becomes the ocean now and the land becomes the sky. It's almost like they've switched places. That's what I'm talking about, that versatility of flowing between those two states. That's what helps you move forward because you're not going to be caught up by either. You're not caught up by the way things look or the way things should be. You're just in the flow. You're just moving. Then, this is what I love, we end in the Lovers. And this is it. We end in unity. We end in the soul and the ego coming together, you and your purpose, finally rediscovering yourself and acknowledging that new way forward, that little deer in the background. There's a lot of hope. There's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of joy in the beginning of something that I feel coming off of this card. So we had a bit of a dark night. We had a bit of a rough start to the week, but then you find this sense of joy and of coming home to who you really are in the context of a much bigger world. And actually, I'm thinking of you, Scorpio, with the scorpion idea. The scorpion is actually a land creature, which is interesting, but yet it's a crustacean. It's kind of like a crab. So this is helping you acknowledge and understand different aspects of yourself as well. There's a lot of sacred symbols on this card. It's kind of hard to see, and it's very easy to get distracted by the human figures. But we've got a snake curled around an egg and a sun and a moon together. And so we're really talking about rebirth and halves coming back together that weren't wholly together. And this is the joy of being whole within yourself, despite seeing the different sides of you, the land part, the sea part, the emotional part, the stable part, the real part, the ephemeral part, all of that coming back together in a new beginning birth of wholeness. That is like your spring is happening early, that awakening and that blossoming, that's happening early for you. And I've got my friend here, the Blossom, to help us connect with that idea. Let's go into your advice real quick, Scorpio, because it's interesting. We're back to a 5 again. So you remember we started the reading with a 5. We actually end the reading with the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords is asking you to trust. This is saying literally do not distrust. Just trust that this is happening okay. In fact, maybe don't trust your thoughts about what's happening because your thoughts may be looking through the lens of loss and betrayal and expense. And that's just not what needs to happen. What needs to happen is you just need to feel in the moment the flow between, okay, am I a land creature right now? Am I an ocean creature? Am I navigating through my emotions without getting wet? Or am I just staying stable on the land? What am I doing? Don't worry about judging or analyzing or labeling what you're doing. None of that head stuff. Just literally be and do it, and it's going to unfold and transform yourself for you. So, if you've got questions about that, please reach out. You know, I always love to hear from you. And last call for the New Year Solstice reading special. This was a special spread that I designed and a special price, everything special to really help you move forward with this year. So that's going away after this week. If you haven't yet booked yours, now is the time. There is a link in the description below. And either way, I look forward to seeing you next week on True Guidance Tarot, and have an awesome, amazing day.